Hello everyone, Recabilly here. Today I made a glow squid farm and it works pretty well. I tried using the other methods of the glow squid farms where it's just a giant tank and then the axolotl will spawn and the squid will spawn and the axolotl will kill the squids and all that good stuff, but there was a problem with it, and well, there was a couple problems with it. I found the first being that axolotls only attack non-hostile mobs every 2 minutes. So after they kill one, they don't kill another one for another 2 minutes. So what I did is I created this little platform with a piston. So we push the tuff or the stone underneath. It creates an area for the squid and the axolotl to spawn. And when they do spawn, the axolotl will kill the squid, and then they're gonna wait 2 minutes. So we don't want that 2 minutes to even be a thing. So we pull the pistons back, we pull away the tuff, and then they fall or they sink down into the magma blocks here and kill off the axolotl. I know, I'm sorry. And that means that this second platform will open up. See, we have it on the opposite kind of situation. We invert which one is on, which one is off, so that each one always has a chance to spawn something. As you can see, they do attack the glow squid. They kill them, the squid dies, it drops down, and then we kill off those axolotls so that new ones can spawn in. And then we have these minecarts go under that pick up all of the glow ink and send it down to our chests. Now, oh my gosh, I already almost have 2 stacks. This has only been going on for like 20 minutes on its own. It's not super fast, and I tried expanding this to like make a mega farm, glow squid farm, but it actually reduced the rates. This is only 20 minutes, and when I had the mega farm, it got to like half a chest overnight. Which is not very good. Like I said, this is only about 20 minutes and we're already almost at 2 stacks here, so I think that's a lot better. So yeah, definitely alternating between just 2 of these tanks is the way to go. It seems to be a lot more efficient. Now, it's not completely lossless. If you wanted to make it lossless, you'd have to run a rail underneath this block here, because sometimes the squid can go into this block and then die from the magma block, and then their item is just not going to get picked up from the rail. That's no problem for me. I know some people really care about that, so just keep in mind, if you want to make this lossless, you need to make sure that there's a rail going under this area right here. Time for the tutorial. Alright, so first things first, this does work in Java and Bedrock. However, in Bedrock, you need to build this in a cave. It can't just be anywhere in your world, it needs to actually be in a cave, which is kind of unfortunate and makes it very difficult, but that is something to keep in mind. And in both Java and Bedrock, it needs to be below Y63, so make sure you do that. So the first thing we're doing here is building a hopper clock, and this is pretty simple. We just have 2 hoppers facing into each other, comparators sticking out on either side, going into a block with redstone coming out of the block, and then into a sticky piston on both sides, and they're facing inward like so. And then you just put a redstone block on one of them, and to start this, you're going to put a stack of items inside the hoppers, and then this will count up and this will count down, and then it'll just go back and forth, and this is your basic clock. Now we're gonna pull this redstone wire out a ways, and I don't know the exact number for that, but it doesn't matter yet, so let's just put down some redstone here. Now on the second block from here, you're gonna go up by 3 blocks and then out by 1. Place redstone up here and a repeater going into a block, and then you're gonna have 15 blocks going out, so that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 with redstone on top. Now underneath all of these, you'll put your sticky pistons. And if you are in Java, you can actually put one extra because of the bud switch, but in Bedrock, this will not work. You're gonna have to only put 15 here. Now, it is very important to know that when you place these blocks, it has to either be stone, deep slate, andesite, diorite, granite, or tuff. This will not work with any other block. I'm using tuff just because it is a new block and I kind of like the way it looks. So there's the tuff block, and the squid will be able to spawn only if one of those blocks is at most 5 blocks below it. Now while the pistons are sticking out, you want to place the magma blocks underneath the tuff. So let's go ahead and place that all the way out. And then you're going to actually go one extra on both sides. Now right here, only where the pistons are, you're going to add another block of magma blocks all the way to the end so that it can look like this. One sticking out here and then a line going out this way. Now you need your tinted glass, or this could be any solid block, but we're going to put tinted glass just because we want to be able to look inside it. So we're going to cover the entire thing right here just so we can fill it with water. Like so. And then we're going to get our water bucket. Place one here, and you want to fill up this whole thing and have one on here as well. So the reason why we want to have all of this filled and then these ones is because when the piston sticks out, it actually breaks the water source block. So we need to make new water source blocks whenever the piston retracts so that this can continue to force all of the entities to be pulled down. Now let's put our tinted glass above this water layer, like so. And then we need to cover that one as well, and this one. Now let's bring our glass this way. And now we're gonna go up 6 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the roof is gonna go up here. And then we're gonna pull this all the way out. And we're gonna go up here as well. Like so. And then we need to fill in our walls. Once your walls are filled up, you're gonna need to come back in here and place water source blocks throughout this entire tank. And that is that. Now we have our spawning platform done. And if we come over here, we will start seeing some spawn. Of course, you need to be a certain distance away, but there you go. We have 2 glow squid and an oxalotl spawned in. So everything is working perfectly. Now, if you wanted to make 2, the best way that I've found to do this is by breaking this block layer here and replacing it with pistons. Of course, you can just have it sticking out this way though. If you already placed these blocks, no big deal. Pistons are in, we'll put our wool on top. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did before. Staircase from the redstone. 3 redstone dust, repeater, and then redstone all the way across. Okay, spawn platforms are done. Now it is time to collect our glow ink. So we're gonna just add a chest here, and this will be where we grab it from. Of course, you can have this going wherever you want it to in your world. Okay, let's worry about the first one here. So we want the rails to go underneath this block here, because the items that fall right here will be pushed by the pistons into this area. So this is where we get most of our drops. Very few drops actually come into these little blocks or corners blocks here, but if you do want to make sure it's lossless, just run a little rail underneath that, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, we need a target block to redirect our redstone here. We're gonna break this block here and add a target block there. And then we're going to put a redstone torch, and this will make sure that it is opposite. So one of them will always be running when the other one is not. And then we just pull that redstone out from that torch to run the next rail system, but we're gonna put our rail system against here. So to do that, you need to add a line underneath this, going like all the way out here. And then you don't want the minecart to get bumped into this block, so make sure you bring it out a couple extra blocks. We're going to power the powered rails just with a redstone block, but this can be powered with a redstone torch or a lever, whatever way is easier for you. And then we're going to put a couple extra powered rails just to make sure that it can reach all the way to the end. I'm going to break this block and then put a solid block on top, and then you can use the regular rails all the way down. Now when you get to the target block, you're going to put your powered rail, and you're going to do the same thing, put one more rail on top, and then break it. Now this adds your slope so that it gives the minecart a little bit of a boost and sends it on its way. So let's go ahead and put our minecart hopper on top, and that will start collecting all of our loot. And it usually has enough time to go through a couple like 2 or 3 times before stopping here, unloading everything and sending it into our chest. Now we're not going to get anything right now because we're too close to our little tanks here to actually spawn anything, but this will collect all of your items. Now let's go ahead and do the next one. You're gonna need another target block here just so that the redstone goes into this. And as I mentioned before, I wasn't sure how far to make it. I didn't need to make it that far, but as you can see, we only needed, I think, what is it, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 blocks out from the clock. Alright, and now let's add our other rail system. And there we go. I had to make sure, I had to go and break that one to make sure that they started spawning here. But as you can see, it works. We got the axolotl spawning, the squid spawning. Axolotl are killing the squids. And as soon as they kill one, they wait 2 minutes. So we're gonna kill them off by breaking or moving that block, and then they're gonna die on them. On the magma blocks. It works really well. I'm happy with it. Hopefully you all like this and build this in your survival worlds. I know I am. But that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.